Guys, hear me out. I may have just found the smartest man on Twitter. This dude, Dan Arel. Dan Arel is a journalist, author, anarchist, and atheist. He has written articles for credible news sites like The Hill, The New Arab, and Salon. It's clear by his writings that Dan Arel is one of the few honest journalists left in this world of fake news and alt-right trolls. Now, before Dan became woke, he used to tweet nonsense like this, but fortunately, in recent years, he has seen the light and the error of his ways and is now one of the most gifted intellectuals online. Here are some of his most recent tweets as evidence. Do you think the citizens of North Korea are garbage because they benefit from the country? Free healthcare, free education, free housing, etc. Are Americans garbage for benefiting from the oppressive, racist, imperialist regime we have? Dan very clearly outlines differences between North Korea and the evil United States of America. While North Korean citizens benefit from free healthcare, education, and housing, the American citizens are oppressed by the racist, imperialist regime. See, Dan sees America for what it is, and he won't let anyone tell him otherwise. You're judging their government based on its treatment of its citizens. Are you doing the same here? What about the decades of U.S. treatment of North Korean citizens? Don't hold a double standard here based on U.S. propaganda. Dan sees through the U.S. propaganda these white nationalists are trying to push on Twitter. He knows about the treatment of North Korean citizens by the United States. He's watched MASH. I am not pro-DPRK because I am not pro-state-run governments. However, I also don't claim any moral superiority over the DPRK or its citizens because by contrast, how is the U.S. better? We destroyed North Korea, oppressed them still, and also abuse/oppress our own citizens. He refuses to claim moral superiority over North Korea, while also claiming moral superiority over the United States. Genius. Fucking genius. He's really sticking it to those racists. So you are condemning the U.S. then for starving, jailing, and enslaving its citizens at an even higher rate than the DPRK? Oh shit! Hitting him with these cold hard facts right here. You go, Dan. Tell me, how many DPRK citizens are homeless right now? How many lack health care? How many are in prison per capita? Now compare this to US numbers. I'll wait. Check and mate. There is no way this imperialist Jeremy Frankel can possibly make a comeback in this argument. There is no way he can refute these claims because it's true. Of course, the United States, a country with 300 million more people, will have a higher number of prisoners, homeless, and people without health care. Duh! Fucking silly white nationalists. My mentions right now triggered conservatives. Wait, that's every day. Also, fuck the U.S. Fucking burn right there. Well done, Dan. Although, I will say, I think you are mislabeling these people as conservatives. They're clearly all Nazis. Things I didn't think I would be doing today. 1. Defending the DPRK against hyper-white nationalists. But we are glad you did, Dan. Someone needed to teach these bigots the truth, and we are glad you came to North Korea's defense like a true anarchist. Out of everything here, the most offensive thing is this guy's facial hair and calling me a liberal Democrat. How dare he call you a liberal Democrat? He might as well have called you a member of the Hitler Youth. What a horrible, horrible mischaracterization. I feel for you, Dan. Common decency in a country that lets 1 in 6 go hungry, imprisons an exponentially large number of its citizens, uses the 13th Amendment to continue slavery, especially against black Americans, allows millions to go homeless, and does nothing to stop continued police brutality. Oh, Jesus, Dan. You keep hammering this guy with these cold, hard facts and you might just kill him. Although, he probably is a neo-Nazi, so maybe he has it coming. You seem nice. You seem like a white nationalist. Wow, dude. Sick burn onto known racist and Nazi Ben Shapiro. Here come the liberals, who sound exactly like the fascists. I mean, what's the difference, am I right? I think it's very clear from these tweets that Dan Arel is the smartest man on Twitter, and possibly one of the smartest men in the world. But if that wasn't enough, then surely this display of pure intellect will convince you. 90 million Soviets, 100 million killed by communism. I'm no mathologist, but... Beautiful.